All right. We are live tonight. Live. Y'all have to excuse us because we are literally just getting in the house. We are pleased to say that we just moved in our oldest into college. Just moved her into the dorm. So that was exciting. So y'all getting it raw. What up, Corn? What up, Corn? Let me call Marquita out here. Marquita. Miss Dee Dee, what's good? So we look a mess. I mean, literally just coming in from back-breaking work. I'm going to try to take this thing off here. Back-breaking work, moving her into the dorm room. But we did it. We made it happen. There's Marquita.
Hey, people.
What's up? All right, so, I mean, we literally just getting in. Baby, I'm going to let you talk to the people for a second.
Tired.
Watch my face.
Okay. We are tired. Like he said, we are literally just walking through the door. Our eldest went, I'm tired. Let me get my thoughts together. Our eldest went to school today, went off to college. So we had to move her into her dorm. And sorry, y'all. Y'all gonna see all of it today. And y'all gonna hear me, breathing hard. Breathing hard. Because I'm tired. Like, for real, for real. Oh, we gotta get this thing together. But this is what it is. This is what we do. Hey, sweet girl. You wanna say hi? This is our pooch, who's always in the videos, but she's not in the videos. She's always around, I should say, during the videos. Yeah, it's a sweet girl. That's right. You never kiss me in my face, right? Yeah. Woo! Okay, let me get myself seated. Oh no, I ain't gonna do that because y'all see the children.
What's up? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna set this thing up.
Oh, let's just sit down.
Want to sit down
table,
over there?
yeah, sit on the table.
Okay, we're gonna sit on the table then.
You want to bring it a little?
A little lower now.
Yeah.
A little lower now.
What's up, everybody? We're getting set up. We're just gonna jump in, baby. Come on. Let's just jump in. They don't need the mirror in there. All right. Oh, thank you. Come on. Get on in, baby.
Ooh, y'all. Y'all have no idea. We've been ripping and running all day.
Who said they missed the last one? Carissa?
Hey!
Hawkins?
How
All right,
you
bet.
doing?
Who's Carissa, baby?
That's that is our friend from San Mateo. Jane's friend from San Mateo.
Okay.
That's her mommy. Oh.
All right, we're gonna get in it, right? So our topic for tonight, or of discussion, is can you love two people at the same time? Can you not wedge or something?
Oh, I can't. You know I can't. He always asks, "Who's Carissa?"
Do I?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Carissa. So I guess you want to jump in, or what's up? First, let's say this. Akia.
Hey.
I say put that cowboy cup down. So first, let me say thank you. I want to turn that light off behind that.
Okay, go ahead.
They keep shining in.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for watching the first episode of the Couples mini-series. Yeah. The Couples mini-series that aired this Sunday on YouTube. It was featuring Marquita and I. And we appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't watched it yet, then please go and watch the first episode, the couples miniseries featuring Marquita and I. And again, this is How to Make Love Work. I'm Jared, and go ahead, baby.
I'm Marquita.
And so, for one, we've been married for
14 years. That's right.
It'll be 15 in October.
Yep.
15 in October. We've been together for 16 years. And so we have 3 kids. Just in case you're joining us for the first time, you don't know us. We have 3 kids, 18, 12, and 11 tomorrow.
Yes, our baby, our only son, will be 11 tomorrow.
So we're excited about that.
So we'll be ripping and running again.
Today we're ripping and running again for our oldest,
Yes.
moving her into her dorm.
Yes.
For college, her first semester in college. What's up, Letitia?
Hey, y'all, and Jody.
What's up? What's up, Jody? So yeah, let's get into. Let me say this first. Again, make sure that you go to YouTube, How to Make Love Work, and subscribe, and you'll see.
Yes, come on, guys. Let's get those subscriptions up. Let's get them up, so we can reach the masses. Because it's some good stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So
if I do say so myself.
Yeah, go ahead and subscribe there, and because there's some stuff that is there that's not anywhere else. Mm-hmm. So you can't see the couple's mini series episodes nowhere but on YouTube. So make sure that you subscribe. All right, so real quick before we get into our conversation tonight about can you love 2 people at the same time. One, we want to hear from you guys. We don't want to just talk. We want to really dialogue. But I want to know where you're calling in, or not calling in.
Lord, you're taking us back.
Right, where are you watching in from? What's up, Erica?
Hey, thank you for the birthday wish.
Yeah, so where are you watching in from? Are you single? Are you married? If you're married, how many years you've been married, or how long you've been married? If you're single, are you dating? You know, what's your relationship status?
Yeah.
Is it complicated? You praying for somebody or mate or whatever? And where are you? Atlanta, New York, California.
Yeah.
Where
how do
you guys?
Make love work? How do you make love work?
That's a loaded question.
It's
Cedric
loaded.
Jones is in the house. God bless you, Cedric. The usher will seat you.
Married 9 years. All right, y'all.
All right. And you all are watching in from Atlanta. The A. All right, bet. That's what's up. Anybody else? Marquita is from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I am from Jacksonville, Florida.
What?
Kashif, what's up, Kashif? Kashif is a schoolmate from
Hi, Kashif.
Douglas Anderson, Atlanta, 13 years in September. Dope.
Oh wow.
Dope. What up, Kashif? Kashif, man, I got to hear you do your thing, man. I've been hearing you on your social media. You doing your thing, dude. You're doing your thing. I don't care what anybody say. Douglas Anderson produces some really dope people. Yeah. For sure. All right, who are we missing?
Cedric with his silly stuff. Hey,
Sharnique, hey. Cedric says, I'm married, living single. I bet you know Jasmine with Renee. It makes intimacy fun. So, Renee is Jasmine.
Alter ego.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, bet. Lerp. Where is Lerp?
In Cali. Married 6 years in November. That's
what
right.
Up, Corn and Nia?
Yes. And you guys are expecting. Yay!
Yes.
So you have 3 already. Are we shooting for 5 or
are we going
4?
twins again? All right, hold on. Let's see. So Letitia says Jody is from Delray Beach, Florida, and I'm from Wildwood, Florida. Okay, I don't know if I've ever heard of Wildwood.
Yes, I heard of it.
All right, bet. Miss Shanti Clark. That's Miss Ella Clark's daughter-in-law.
Okay, hi.
25 years. Yes,
okay.
That's y'all are the GOAT.
Yes, goals. We're coming up there. We catching up.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, let's see. We got Erica says newlywed, Jacksonville, Florida. Duval.
Lord. That's her first time claiming that.
Duval.
Ooh, Lord. When I was in Tallahassee, we was like, no.
Yeah, but you didn't do all that, so whatever.
What? I don't do it now.
Dia, what's up, Dia?
Hey,
Dia
girl.
and Chris. Dia, tell us how long y'all been married,
Duval,
and all that. That's new Duval, all right, bet. The final hat trick does not include twins.
Okay.
Okay, bet. Lerp.
We're still gonna love the baby.
The new sign representing Jacksonville, Lerp.
Lerp.
I haven't heard that. So you put me on game.
We're out of it.
She put me on game. I haven't heard of that one.
Lerp.
All right, Dia says they've been married 2 years, almost 3 back.
Yay.
Excellent. And Dia is chiming in from Jacksonville, Florida. All right.
Tell Chris we said, hey, Chris.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
All right, dope. All right.
Hey, sweet girl.
Something I was about to say. Shucks. I can't remember. Anyway, so let's dive into the conversation. The conversation is, can you love 2 people at the same time? I want to hear what you guys say. Can you love 2 people at the same time?
Yes.
Where's my phone? We just getting home. So, Jay, bring my phone, please.
Chris says, hey, guys. Hey.
What up, Chris? So I'm going to share with you some of the things that people have already said as relates to can you love 2 people at the same time. So I want to hear from you guys. Can you love 2 people at the same time? And you know, whatever your answer is, please give some explanation so we know. Thank you, Jade. So we know where that is coming from.
Okay.
All right. So let me share with you what some people,
Is it in your photos?
What some people have said. Where did they say it at?
Did you screenshot them?
Right, Marquita. I'm gonna get them. You wanna talk?
It's okay.
Go ahead.
I don't have nothing to say. We're waiting for the answers. I believe men can.
Who said that?
Ooh.
I believe men. You believe men can love 2 people at the same time, and how do you believe that?
Shots.
Why do you believe that? Okay, so while Carissa is answering that, some people have said depends on the kind of love it is. If it's in love, I think no. Somebody else says yeah. It depends on it. Somebody else says no, ma'am. No, sir. I don't believe it. Somebody else says yeah. You can love 2 people at the same time, but you're probably gonna love one more than the other. All right. Somebody else says this. Put it there. Okay, I got a few more comments. I thought I did. Maybe I don't. There we go. All right. Somebody else says no. Okay, wait a minute. Love or in love? You gotta explain that. You tell us what do you mean, Sharnique. Love or in love? Can you? Yeah. Let's say can you be in love with 2 people at the same time? All right, we'll clarify that.
Okay.
Can you be in love with 2 people at the same time? Carissa says because by nature, men love differently than women do. You keep opening up these can of worms. You just open them up and just.
Fired at the bed.
So what do you mean? We love differently. How do we love differently? How do men love differently?
I'm not a man. I don't know.
Men love through providing and protecting, which I guess you're gonna finish that. So somebody says no. I heard a quote. If you love 2 people at the same time, choose the second, because if you really loved the first one, you wouldn't have fallen for the second. But really, I don't understand how you could love either at that point.
Right.
All right?
That was a good quote.
Yeah. Somebody else said, I think you can have love for 2 people, but not necessarily be in love with 2 people.
That's along the lines of Sharnique's trying to get clarity on, like, being in love or love. A lot of people say it's 2 different things.
I don't know that I get that. Love. What does that mean?
Having love for and being in love.
Having love for?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Having love for somebody and being in love with somebody.
All right. Men love through providing and protecting, which they can do. So are you saying, who's this talking? Carissa. Mm-hmm. So are you saying that if a man provides for a woman or protects a woman, that is him showing his love? And if he does that for a few women at the same time, then he is loving all of them?
I don't know if it's loving all of them. I think he's just doing what he needs to do to keep them all at bay.
Okay.
Because
and Quinette, what's up?
I won't get into it.
All right. So, again, here's what Carissa says. Y'all chime in on Carissa. Carissa says she believes that men can love two people at the same time because they love differently than women, and they love through providing and protecting, and they can do that for multiple women, I assume, at the same time.
I ain't for that.
So the question is, can you be in love with two people at the same time? Carissa says yes, because men are logical and women are emotional.
You have some emotional men, though.
Wait a minute. So what was Carissa's relationship status?
I don't remember. Did you put it in here?
Carissa, what's your relationship status?
Yeah. Hey, Tamika.
What's up, Tamika? Tamika is our top fan.
Whoop, whoop.
How to Make Love Word top fan. Tamika, see? Top fan.
Yeah, I see it.
All right.
Yes, this is good.
So again, the question is, can you love or be in love with two people at the same time? And I need y'all to we've got a lot of yeses, and we do have some no's as well. And now we actually have someone explaining it. Chris is saying that men can. I assume he's saying that women cannot, but men can because they're logical, not emotional. Men can because they love differently than women.
Right.
They love by providing and protecting, and they can do that for multiple women. What up, Glenn?
Good, how are you?
What up, Glenn? Hey, Glenn. So we need to know: can anybody be in love with two people at the same time? I need to know what you think, Glenn. Where's Cedric? All right.
Not be in love with two at the same time. She says no.
So Tamika says you can't be in love with two people at the same time. So what's the difference? I don't get that. So when I say in love, is there an automatic no? Then when I say can you love two people, I'm using the same word.
Well,
why does in create some?
Because when you say in love with someone, it usually implies that you're either in a relationship or it's reciprocated. You're having a longing for, versus just loving somebody. If you love somebody, it's almost like, oh yeah, I care about you.
Then why? But why are we little buddy?
I care about you, little buddy.
So that's what we said. So we're gonna use the word love, but it's really not. You saying it's just care? Little dog, little buddy.
It's just. It could be care with the, but it's something a little deeper. But
if you're in love with someone, there's no one else.
There's no one else.
So if you love somebody, a mate, you can have someone else. I'm not debating it. I'm trying to get clarity, because what I hear is that if you're in love with somebody, that's something totally different. But I love you.
She's saying that there's no one else, period.
I love her too.
She's saying no.
No, I'm saying, but no, not in love.
Okay.
I assume.
I'm trying to, she's saying no. If you're in love with someone, it's nobody else. So you can't say I have love for somebody else. I got love for you, but I'm in love with you. Okay.
That's what I'm confused by. Are we saying, so the end... So the end makes the difference? Yeah. So if I'm not in love with somebody, then I love this person. Right. Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all.
It's not gonna stop.
It's not gonna stop?
Oh, you got it.
So,
we gonna call it right now.
I just don't get. Okay, Letitia says if we are speaking biblically, probably not. God intended for one man to be with one woman.
I'm waiting. Ouch. Tamika says you can care about one's well-being. You can certainly be in love with the other person. That's the whole little. But yeah.
Okay,
I don't want to see you hurt.
So you can care about somebody's well-being, and what now?
But you can certainly be in love with the other person.
Okay. Sharnique says, yes, trust me, being in love is way deeper than just loving. So okay. All right, let me not say my piece yet. All right, Carissa says, women love through feelings and emotion. And if she doesn't feel that emotion from a man, then she will more than likely disconnect and divorce, which is why women are the ones to run to divorce court. Okay, let's keep going. Somebody else said something.
Alicia, hey.
Hey there. Go ahead, baby.
Yes, you can be in love with two people at one time. One person may make you feel safe, secure, and connected to them. And the other may make you feel special and loved in a different way. One girl fulfills my physical needs. That's all I heard.
All right. I want a guy, and then I'll share mine. You share yours. I want I need some guys. Cornelius, Cedric, Glenn, one of you guys, Kashif, Joel. One of you guys chime in as it relates to, can you be in love with two people at the same time? I'm gonna just ask the question. This is how it is. Can you love two people at the same time? Yeah. All of a sudden, we've become philosophical with a 2-letter word in, and that seems to make a difference for the women.
My mind's a confusion.
So even Jody, okay, Kenny said, sorry, I was getting these sandwiches ready for the kids. So Cornelius, we need to know what you think. Can you love two people at the same time? Be in love, however it makes more sense to you. Can you be in love with two people at the same time?
Can you?
I need to hear from a guy. All right.
That's too much work.
Who says that?
Okay. Okay,
wait,
what did
Kashif.
Kashif
I
say?
see Kashif. Where's Kashif?
I can only handle loving one woman
Effective. Okay,
Uh-oh.
good. Okay, there it is.
Oh, what?
Hit it, baby. Don't pin it. Just hit it.
Okay.
All right. There's okay.
There we go.
Kashif says, that's too much work, laugh out loud. I can only handle loving one woman effectively. In love, in my opinion, involves demonstrating what you feel deeply about someone. Demonstrating love to more than one woman doesn't sound smart.
Smart answer.
I'm happy with loving my wife and my wife only. There we go.
Good answer.
Cornelius says this, but I do not believe you can truly be in love with two people. To be in love with someone would mean to give yourself fully to them. Now, I don't know if it's just me. Well, Carissa says the Bible has plenty of examples of men that were with multiple women, such as Abraham and King Solomon. I don't mean they loved them. So it seems to me that the women are saying, yes, you can be in love with two people at the same time. The men are saying, hell no. The hell wrong with these women tonight? But no, I'm not. I'm just joking. But that is seem to be the consensus. That the women are saying yes. The men are saying, the married men are saying no.
That's kind of proving Carissa's point where she says women are emotional and men are logical. Men are thinking. Hell no, I can't be in love with, piss off my wife and be in love with somebody else. And women are saying, but I mean, he protect me.
But he gave me some roses.
No, don't about talk like that. You know, he protect me.
He made me feel the core.
What?
The core. I feel so the core with him.
Secure.
But I love him though.
Right, boo party. I can't get that out of my mind. Oh my gosh. That's
okay.
the little part. Come on, y'all.
Okay, so
don't talk like that, y'all. Girls don't talk like that.
So should I? So I'll go ahead, so we can have to prolong it.
Yeah.
My thought is this. Come on, baby. Rock.
Erica Bill is commenting. Look at this. See,
Chess.
he doing all that, and she just needs
Chess.
some love, girl.
I'm sorry, the dog.
She want to play because we just got home.
All right, I don't have time or energy to love two people at once. I am not sure how that works. One of them have to be eliminated out of the love category for me. Joel said that, not Erica. Right. Another married man. Let me make sure I'm clear. Another married man says, I don't have time or energy to love two people at once. Joel says, I am not sure how that works. Joel, the married man, says one of them have to be eliminated out of the love category for me. Joel.
Enjoy it.
All right.
Okay,
So
girl.
here is my thought. My thought is you cannot love two people at the same time. You cannot be in love with two people at the same time. I'm not right. That's just my opinion. And here is why. Come on, Chess, relax.
Go, girl.
Kanye says you may love or lust for something another woman may have or can give. So here's my thought. When somebody is saying that they love two people at the same time or in love with two people at the same time because one gives me security and I feel safe and I feel warm, and the other one I'm actually with, so I'm supposed to be with them, or whatever the dynamic is, what this person gives and what this person does not give. Now, here's how I see that. The reality is that when a person is having that juggle, you are not in love with either one of them. You are in love with you. And because you are in love with you, you are you keep around, you're selfish. You keep around you what you need to pleasure you. And that's not, you don't love this person and love that person. Well, I love you and I love him. Or a woman, or a man. I love her and I love her. No, you love you. And because you love you, you have these things to satisfy how you love you. I don't think you can have deep feelings for more than one woman. And so here's and I agree with that, Kashifi.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think often what we call love is when we open our nakedness up or allow another person into our nakedness, our emotions. I'm vulnerable with this person, or even my body, my transparency. You know what I mean? I talk to this person, and I've allowed them to be a part of my emotions. I've allowed them to be a part of my nakedness, where I'm just open and vulnerable, and we call that love. So yeah, I can just do this with this person, and then I can do this with that person. You could be married and you've done that with your spouse, and then spouse makes you angry or upsets you. You're going through with your spouse, and then you have a side piece over here, and you open yourself up to them to talk to them and to tell them what's going on and be emotional with them and transparent with them. You can really talk to them, and because you've allowed them a part of your nakedness, now we've coined that as love. But once again, this side thing you got going on here, and maybe even your spouse that you're with, has nothing to do with whether you love them. You love you. And you wanted somebody to talk to you because you didn't want to fight or grow in your marriage.
And growing hurts. Growth hurts. It's a pruning that must take place. And it's just like, when we're growing, we're a kid, sometimes our bones hurt because we are growing and stretching and maturing.
Yeah. So that's my thought. I think love is it's not light. Like when you decide to love a person, you decide to give them your everything. It's not only driven by emotions.
Right.
I love you means I'm here. There is no out. If I love, it's a permanent decision. If I love, is not.
Okay, wait. So what do you think about relationships where people have been in love time and time again? They've loved this person for X amount of time, and then you know what? I don't think this is gonna work.
Right.
And then we're out, and then we get someone else, and
I love this
we're with
person
them for X amount of time, and we're in love, and then
I don't think that they ever loved none of them people. I think they loved them, and here's why I say that, because especially like let's just talk about. Well, we can relate it to both. No, not yet. We can relate it to both.
That'll kill everything.
We can relate it to both as far. I gotta paint the picture first. Yeah. Single or married. Here's the deal, right? Like you just said, I love this person. We were together for 5 years. Y'all gotta excuse me. I talk fast sometimes. I get passionate. We were together for 5 years, and I really loved them. And then it just didn't work anymore. Or I loved this person. We were together for 6 years. After the first person I was together for 5 years, and we say I love. Here's what I believe is happening. Well, here's what I don't believe happens. You can't say you love somebody, and then because you don't want them anymore all of a sudden, because they're not doing that thing for you that they used to do, and you leave. Or either they are doing all the things they've always done at the level they've always done it, you just don't want it no more. And then you say it's just not working. That's not love. Love, because love is not if you're doing it for me, or if I'm not bored, then I love you. That's not love. That's you loving you and getting the pleasure from this person.
I was going to say that's the enjoyment and pleasure for the time being.
For the time being. And when that has soured for whatever reason, then you walk off. But if you actually love a person, you must grow into the point to where you say, it doesn't matter whether I'm getting it at that same level or I'm not, or whether I'm bored in it, whatever that case may be. Look, there is no out. And I'm not saying, I am saying there is no out when you decide to love. Love is not only if, you're good to me. Now that's the hard part of it.
That's why in the vows is till death do us part, because you're committing yourself to loving this person through the good, the bad, and the ugly, like it was quoted earlier.
Ebony said, not contingent upon the other person's actions. Go ahead.
That's good. That's good, because this is the choice that you decided to make. I decided that I want to show you that I love you.
Right.
I'm hoping and desiring reciprocation of that,
right.
But it's still my choice to love you.
So good. So let me read what Kashif said. Kashif says, love requires being planted. If you are uprooting yourself from one person to another, you're not allowing time to love or for love to cultivate. Because it's not love. This is just desire, pleasure, and emotional. I've opened my emotions to you.
Right.
And I emotion my emotions to you.
Connect to you for this time.
That don't necessarily mean love. So what you were saying, Marquita, here's how I like to say that as well. Love does not demand reciprocation. Love does not demand reciprocation. Love gives because of love.
Well, what demands reciprocation? Lust? Longing?
No, lust don't even demand reciprocation.
What is it? Just selfishness?
No, so let me finish. So love does not demand reciprocation. I love my wife. I'm going to do, because love is action.
So, but it's a desire. Okay, I'm going forward. Because I'm like, it's a desire that you have for me to reciprocate it.
Let me do my explaining.
Go ahead.
Let me love you through this moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, love does not demand reciprocation. I'm going to do for my wife personally because I love her. Period. I'm going to be there, not if she's good to me. I'm going to do because I love her. I also, and 100% love her and do not demand reciprocation from her. Although the most beautiful thing is for the person that you actually love to love you back. I do 100% desire love back from the woman that I love. But because I actually love her, I don't demand it. And if I don't get it, then I don't get it. But it's not going to determine whether I love her or not. If you are only quote unquote loving somebody because of what they're doing, then it's a contingency. It's a condition. And real love has no conditions.
So what about, so what do you call it when, you have people that are in love and one is, number one is very important to understand your partner's love language, because the way that they understand love and the way that they want to receive love is vitally important to the health. She need to go out to the health of the relationship. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, so when you have two people and they're in a relationship and one is pissed because that person feels like they're always giving. They're always showing love. They're always doing, and they're not receiving what they want in return. Then is that not a demand? Is that not a demand for love?
It's a desire. It's a desire. It's not a demand, because love does not demand. It's a desire, and everybody has that desire to be loved, for sure. You don't get into a relationship or marriage and you start loving somebody and not want to be loved back. Even with your children, you don't demand they love you back, but you do desire that they love you back. And the loving you back could be just for them to grow up and be great people, or to get good grades, or to show their appreciation for what you do. But you don't demand it. But you sit back and you hope for it, because here's the thing with raising children, the reward is often delayed.
Yeah.
The appreciation is often delayed. And so, but you're not demanding, you got to appreciate me now,
No,
you're still going
to tell them, you're going to grateful little.
Yeah, you do.
You better say thank you.
Right. But you're still going to make sure the lights are on, make sure they have a bed to stay in, they have food to eat, and you don't demand that they do back, because you're going to just do that because you love them.
Right.
But there is definitely a desire to be loved back.
It is a desire. It's a strong yearning desire. I don't think it's a demand, but I know some people will think that, no, I demand to be loved back if I'm loving you. Well, that's why I said it's so important to learn your partner's love language, because your love language may be giving gifts, acts of service, and you giving, and then the other person is receiving and saying thank you. But the way that they show love is by quality time. So I'm here with you. We spending time together. We doing this and that. Right. But you're like, okay, but you're not buying me nothing. Right.
And so that's good. You really have to know how the other person
understands and receives love.
Right. And the reality is that often the two that are together trying to love each other do not speak the same love language.
Right. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. And so you really have to be bilingual in your
love language,
in your marriage or your relationship. Marquita and I don't have the same love language. And then as you grow and get older and develop and things happen in your life, your love language changes or can change.
Yeah.
So let them love you how they want. No. It's the platinum rule, not the golden rule. I think this is my thought. The golden rule is easy, but it doesn't work. The golden rule is treat others like you want to be treated. The platinum rule is to treat others how they want to be treated. Because if Marquita treats me how I want to be treated, how she wants to be treated, has nothing to do with me.
Right. That's all about me.
Right.
You know what I think? I think he'll like some crabs right now because I like crabs. So I'm going to get him some crabs.
Because she likes them.
Because I like them.
And she would want me to do that for her. So this whole thing is manipulating this whole situation to make sure she's good. But she's saying she's doing it for me, and it do it me. All right, Carissa says, that's why I believe people should focus on the God in a person in order to sustain a marriage relationship.
God is love.
Yeah, no. That sounds ideal to focus on the God in a person. But I'm not in love with the God in Marquita. I'm in love with her. I won't be with her if she ain't got God.
Right. I was very grateful
that
he lives on the inside.
Because other than that, it ain't gonna work for me. If she doesn't have God, it's not gonna work. But I want to focus on her. And what is it about her at 22 when we met? 21 when we met. Well, 22 when we started befriending one another, right? And who she is at 22, who she was at 22, who she is at 30. You know what I mean? Who I see Curtis, let me know if you want to come through the video, and we'll let you in. But I have to keep, the Bible says.
Chest.
No, she's good, baby. I know she's out there. Okay, go ahead. The Bible says to study your wife. It really says likewise, so it also indicates that the woman is to study her husband. So I mean, you actually gotta pay attention to them. You don't have to obsess over them, but you should rather pay attention to them so that you can know what it is that they like. Marquita and I have opposite tastes in, I wouldn't say most everything, but we have opposite tastes in a lot of things. Marquita, what are some things you can think of that we have opposite taste in?
Opposite tastes. Oh, Lord. I like sports. Like, I like football. Jar is like, whatever. He can watch it. He don't have to watch it. Excuse you.
She had godly characteristics, which is great, but we also can't forget that we are humans and we have fleshly desires such as sex. Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh no, we have different tastes in. I mean, we even just thinking we have different opinions and
different
a lot of
opinions
things.
And different. I'm like, go left. Mm-hmm. That is the best route to go. Marquita, no.
This GPS is programmed to tell me go this way, the other way. Why? Because it saves on gas. It saves on time.
See all this, all I have to go through. She has to give her description of why her way.
I'm gonna go the way I want.
Is right, which is what anyway. Yeah.
See, but we love each other. We just.
So anyway, so that's my take. You have a different take on can you love two people at the same time? I don't think so. I think you love you, and when it's hard for people to really grasp the fact that you don't love nobody but you.
Yeah, I don't have a different take on it. I don't think you can fully love two people. You can't give your full self to someone else, which when you have someone else pulling on your coattail.
But see that word, the adjective bothers me.
Which one?
You say fully. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? So I mean, because that's a different connotation. Mm-hmm. You can't fully love someone else. They go to women again.
I can't focus on like.
But you can love somebody. You just can't fully love somebody else.
No, it's just I can't. I don't know who was that, Joelle, and Kashi. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't do it. It's not in my physical capacity. It's not in my heart. I can't do it. And it's like maybe because I don't want to do it. So it's like I'll be done with you and I'm moving on. I just can't do it.
Yeah, but I don't think that I just don't think you do. I think you may call it love, mm-hmm. but it's not love. Now, can you be in relationship with two, 3 people at the same time? Yes.
Yeah, people can do that all day long.
But it's not love.
Right. So
here's what the Bible says. So Letitia, mm-hmm. let me give you some biblical. The Bible says 1 Corinthians 13, verse 3 through 7. This is the Message version. Now, y'all really ready for this? This is how God describes love. If we're trying to actually get a definition of love, whatever. Love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for self, which means it doesn't demand. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Love doesn't strut. Doesn't have a swelled head. It doesn't force itself on others. It isn't always me first. Love doesn't fly off the handle. Love doesn't keep score of the sins of others. Love doesn't revel when others grovel. Love takes pleasure in the flowering of truth. And here's a big one too. Love puts up with anything.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Love puts up with anything. I just want to see.
Mary and Joseph.
Will anybody actually write that in the comment? Love puts up with anything.
Comma, Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Love trusts God always. Love always looks for the best, never looks back. And love keeps going to the end. So
That's the word.
yeah, absolutely. Clap for the word. Yes, you can be in a relationship with 2 or 3 people. You can manipulate 2 or 3 people to get your desire,
And your itch scratch.
and your itch scratch. But that's not love. Yeah, that's not love. There we go. Woo, love.
That's something
puts
for
up with anything. And people say you really have to.
That's why you got to really understand love, because I mean everything is not love.
Right.
You know.
Just because you felt good or you felt secure. And so let me go to what Carissa talked about earlier about how men are more logical than emotional, and how they love by providing and protecting. Men are both logical and emotional. And to be quite honest, we're probably emotional first. But our logic is as strong as our emotion.
I would agree.
Yeah. And so what's it called? Compartmentalize. Quote for.
That's what spotlight.
Oh. So yeah. Lust versus love. Yeah. So men compartmentalize. We fully understand the logic, and we also fully understand the emotional. And oftentimes, of course, we can be driven by emotion, like everybody. We're driven by emotions oftentimes. Here's the thing: if I'm protecting and providing all that, that's love is a decision. It's not an emotion, right? And my protecting and providing is. It could be because of love, but it could also be because of manipulation. It could also be because it could be my bait. And I don't love you at all. I had a couple friends, not a couple friends, but a friend told me that to get a girl, and this guy was married. So I gotta do is pay a couple bills. That's the providing part. Pay a couple bills, boom, So that had nothing to do with love. That was his calculated way to manipulate to get his lustful desire fulfilled. But he was providing, and perhaps the girls could be in a situation where they felt unsafe or they felt unstable with whatever situation they were in, relationship that they were in, and hey, he paid a couple of bills. Now she feels provided for and protected. Girl, don't worry about having to go to him.
Leroy ain't nothing.
Yeah, because he do this to you, he do that to you. I'm protecting you, and here's some money, pay a couple bills. I'm providing. So the providing and protecting don't always equate into love for a man.
And for females too. I mean nowadays. Well, I won't say nowadays, but a lot of females right now is about securing the bag and coins, however way they can get it. And if I gotta, mess with this person's husband or that person's husband, whatever, do what I need to do, just get these coins secured, then that's just what it's gonna be.
And what happens is emotions.
And it's not no emotional loving.
But emotions come into play.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. It's my opinion. Maybe that's another question. In my opinion, you can't give your body up and no emotions attached. No emotions attached. We just sex partners. That your body doesn't operate like that. Your body is going to have emotion.
Yeah, because even if they agree, this is just a physical thing. At some point, a female or male, at some point, somebody's gonna feel like what I'm giving you to trump whatever else you get. So if I call or if I say, then you better jump.
That's emotion.
Yeah, that's when the emotions come in.
The Cash App love. Yeah. So yeah. So that's my take. That's my take. That we call love. We put the word love, whatever, on emotions, and it's not love in the least. And if it is, it's because you love you. And the reality is that you don't even love you. You are just selfish, because if you loved you, you wouldn't play with yourself like that. Yeah, you wouldn't play. You wouldn't play with yourself. I'm not understanding, but yeah,
That's
you
the
wouldn't.
Cash App love.
But a Cash App love. Okay. Absolutely, yeah. You wouldn't play with your emotions. You wouldn't play with danger and play with fire like that if you actually loved yourself. So you don't even love yourself. You're just a person that is selfish, a person that is out to get what they want and don't care about nobody else. You're a narcissist. We're in or a psychopath or a psychopath where you don't really have a remorse because you're getting you. What am I gonna be remorseful about when I'm getting me? You know, and I'm not liking this no more, so I don't love you no more. Or you're abusing me. You're mean to me. You cheat on me, or you're nasty, so I don't love you no more. See, that's the hard part. Because you cheating, you're nasty, you're abusive, and you're mean to me. You may decide, hey, I'm out to protect you, but that doesn't mean love doesn't just fade. Right. So if you actually loved this person, then even if you decide to leave because you don't want to get hurt physically, that doesn't mean that you don't love them. That's why people can be very confused. Why in the world are you still with this person? It's because somewhere, sometime, you decided, I'm going to love you. Period.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. That one right there is hard for me. The abuse thing.
No, I mean it's hard for me. I mean, yeah. I don't understand that.
That's a hard one. I mean, I guess it's just like any other thing.
And I'm not even saying, hey, you need to stay with a person that's abusing you. I'm not saying that at all.
Definitely not saying that.
But I am.
Some people, like you said, they have to get away for a period of time because you need some serious help.
I didn't say that, but I can agree with that.
Oh, I say that person needs some serious help, or they need to go do some time, whatever, so they can get themselves together and get a grip on things and understand that you can't put your hands on another person. But there's something still inside on the other person that is drawing them to them. That could be love.
Yeah. So I think this is a very good conversation, and I appreciate you guys really talking to us about it. So I'll just say it anyway. If you are in a relationship with somebody and you're saying, I love this person, I am not going nowhere, but I also love this person, you're lying to yourself, and you're not being honest to you. Excuse me, with yourself. What's happening is that you are being distracted by your desire and your selfishness, and you know. What up, hey, Pastor Glenn? Hey. Okay, we had a question. What about when you lose your spouse and find new love?
Meaning they pass on, or
divorce.
Divorce.
There's two different situations here.
Right.
What up, Pastor Foreman is
hey.
On. So y'all help. Let's all help Dia out. We're not the experts. Let's help Dia out.
Meaning pass away.
Dia asked the question. Yes, pass on. Okay.
Okay.
The question is, what about if your spouse dies and you find new love? You still love both of them, right?
Ooh, girl. I mean, yeah. Because it's not as if.
So here's what go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's not as if you guys. I mean, the person passed on, so that was out of your control. You have some persons that feel I can never love again or be in love with someone else again, so they remain single for the remainder of their life because they feel like what I had, it was their zing. That was it. They don't have that to give to anyone else. And you have others who, yes, they had all of that and they want that, so they decide to love someone else.
So Letitia says, yes, you can love the next person because
Death
death did
part.
depart. So let me talk about I'll just say my godmom. My godmother, my godfather, she loved him or loves him. I mean, bar none, my godmama loves my godfather. And my godfather has been deceased for 30 years.
And she will talk about him like he just left.
And here's the reality. My godmother has had other guys in her life since my father died. Here's my opinion. She's never loved any of them.
I would agree. Just because we know her. So
Right.
I would
It's
definitely
just,
agree.
I want companionship. And I have a desire to have somebody in my life. I have a desire to be, to be emotional with somebody else and companionship and even have sex. But from what
We're not saying Godmama had sex.
from what I know about my godmother, she loved and loves. She loved her husband and loves her deceased husband of 30-something years and has never loved anybody else. Although she's been in relationships with other people. But again, I think it was just for the desire of wanting a male companionship.
And she will tell them that, she loves him. And she's still in love with him. Even though he's gone. She's like, there's no one that will love me the way he did. So, you could be here for a little while, but it's
And I enjoy you.
right. And I enjoy
actually
your
want
company,
you.
and I like you being
Yeah.
around. But I'm not gonna marry you, and I'm just not.
And I'm not saying yes or no because I don't know to that
Right.
question. That's a good question. But I'm just giving you my my experience or what I've seen. Cornelia says you still love
them have an emotional attachment. Ooh, that thing went fast, didn't it?
but it will take time to heal the wound. Some recover and are able to do.
Well,
Some
yeah,
are.
some don't recover.
Because when you love somebody,
That's the fully giving.
it doesn't end. It doesn't go away. And I think because it doesn't go away, if it is true that you can't love two people at the same time, even though you get into another relationship with somebody or you marry them after your person has died, that's the catch-22. I really can't give an answer for that because in my opinion, I think that you are fulfilling your desire to be with somebody. You're committed because you can be love and commitment and desire are three different things. Love, commitment, and desire are three different things. You can desire a person and not love them and are not committed to them.
Right.
You can love them and don't like them, but love creates a commitment. And sometimes because you love, it's the commitment that holds you when you don't like them.
Like family.
Like
some,
family.
Like some family. It's always and forever family over everything. I love my family. But there are people in your family that you don't like, you don't want to be bothered with. But family over everything. I'm still committed to being there for them because that's my family, because I love them.
Right. So love, commitment, and desire are three different things. All right. All right. Oh man, so it's we're 3 minutes over. We're ending it. This was an incredible conversation.
Yeah.
You all are dope. I mean, y'all really give us insight, and I appreciate you guys being on this. We're here every single Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. How to make love work. We love what we do. This is passion for us.
And we're still every day by day, making love work.
Yes.
So you guys giving us great feedback, and
Yeah, we're not the experts.
no,
Marquita and I are ever growing. But here's the thing that we have committed to. We have committed to grow. And as Marquita stated earlier, growth hurts at times. It's rewarding as heck.
Right.
But it can be painful because it is forcing the person to grow, stretch, and develop. Not change, but grow. That's a totally different conversation. All right. Ebony says, do you feel that the lingering attachment, longing for someone after relationship ends is always a result of the love that they had for the person or just a soul tie that they are unaware of? I think if we put in context our conversation tonight, I would think that lingering, what you call attachment and longing, is a few things. I think it's familiar.
Right. I was gonna say that.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's familiarity. You know, you miss what felt good, and that was comfortable.
And you don't have to, and it's
easy to get back to.
And you know it. You know what I mean? And somebody else, I don't know you, I got to get to know you, and it's not familiar. But the familiar stays, you know what I mean? It because you allowed it into your appetite, and your body and your emotions have memory. Like if you eat ice cream and you liked it, you don't have to even see the ice cream. Your body will every now and then, from its memory, will call for it. And then you say, I'm craving. That's your body memory saying, hey, your mind memory rather saying, hey, I want that. And so your emotions and your has the same thing. I liked this. It's familiar to me, and I liked it when I had it.
Right.
And so although I'm not with it, it can
at
call
times
for
you
it.
miss it. At times it can call for it.
Yeah. So I think that's what that is. If
That was very good.
That's a very good question. Yeah. But I mean, and soul ties. I'm glad you said it, because soul ties. Because now I'm thinking about it. There is no person in my life that my body calls for, or that I have an emotional craving for before you, because soul ties are cut.
Oh my God!
Here we go. So if the soul ties are severed, there's nothing there's no bridge to call back to, or to cross over back to. And so you really need to spiritually, emotionally, mentally cut and sever soul ties. Soul ties are not love. They're just that. It's something tied to your soul. You know what I mean? And that's not love. So because this is not a soul tie for me.
Yeah, no.
We are bonded together in love. All right? I really enjoyed this conversation, and we'll definitely be back. All right,
please come back.
Do me a favor, everybody. Share. Hit the share button. If you think anybody would benefit from this particular conversation, hit the share button.
Or have something really, really good to add to it. Tag them.
Yeah,
tag them in the conversation.
And y'all let us know what other questions or conversations you want to have. We're here every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. And if you are a church or whatever group, and you have a singles ministry group or marriage ministry group, and you want to connect your group to How to Make Love Work, they can email us at htmlw@10106.com. We'll put it in. We'll put it in the in the comments. Because they can connect to us, and we'll send you the full calendar. We're doing something every week. We're doing something. You can just connect them to whatever activity we're doing, and it's almost like buying a workbook for your singles ministry or buying a workbook for your marriage ministry. And the workbook just happens to be us.
And don't forget to subscribe to How to Make Love Work YouTube channel. YouTube. All right, love y'all. How to Make Love Work, Jared and Marquita. We'll see y'all on the next go round.